Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is Jong, a hobbyist photographer and videographer, and today I'm going to show you what I bring on a video shoot. But before that, I got distracted when I was preparing for what I was going to bring for tomorrow's shoot because I saw my drone and I had 30 minutes before the sunset, so I quickly grabbed it, put on my Insta360 4K module and chest strap and walked around the park, took a bit of drone shots, and I'm going to splice a bit of what I took this afternoon in this video right now. Alright, tomorrow we're shooting Katie. She is a circus performer. She wants a little bit of a reel using her friend's classic car in a place by the waterfront. So I actually don't know the concept, and that's usually how I shoot. I try to fly by the seat of my pants. I want to collaborate a little bit more. I want it quick, I want it 30, I want it fun and loose. So we have a bit of a loose concept of what we're gonna do. So this is what I pack generally when I'm doing shoots where I do not have something extremely specific in mind. So I do have a bit of a concept, a bit of artistic, cinematic look, a little bit of a rock and roll, but more on a rockabilly, retro style rather than the heavy metal styles. Everything will depend on how we feel at the moment and how we interact with the environment tomorrow. I'm just gonna meet them in Greenpoint, Brooklyn, and we'll see what happens. So I just want to be prepared for everything, but at the same time, not bring everything. Essentially, on tomorrow's shoot, I'm actually just going to bring one camera. So I'm just gonna bring the R6, which I'm shooting at right now. And for the most part, the 15 to 35 will be attached to it. I can't pack it right now because it's being used by my overhead camera there. Right here, right there. The rest of the things that we're gonna do is like the drones and the lenses and the gimbal. Firstly, again, trusty Peter McKinnon camera pack. One of the best camera backpacks possibly ever made. It's big though. It's a gig backpack, camera backpack. It's not an everyday backpack for sure, particularly for me who's not especially tall. So I usually have the accessories case as my action camera bag for that shoot, but I'm not decided whether I'm gonna bring the Insta360 1R to do a little bit of behind the scenes because I do want to do the shoot real quick. But of course, we will start off with the easiest decision there. We're gonna bring the drone. I usually want to do my last shot as like a, zoom out, dolly out, flight drone shot, just to give a little bit of scale of what we're trying to do. Make it look a little bit more professional than it is. So that's always nestled up top there. And what we're gonna do is start with the most important prime lenses in the set for tomorrow's shoot. So for videos, the 24-1.4 is my number one choice in making cinematic shots. Shallow depth of field, wide enough focal length, but not too wide. I'm shooting on it right now, so you won't see me pack it, but my backup to the 24 is a 35. So we are going to bring the 35 again for this particular shoot. Again, I don't think I'm gonna use this a lot, but I wanna see if the space doesn't have a lot of really good looks at it. So if it's something that we need to narrow down the point of view of the camera, then we'll probably use more of the 35 rather than the 24. So 35 goes there. Of course, as always, the 50mm 1.2, whether it's a photo shoot, whether it's a video shoot, it's always going to be in the bag. I'm gonna put it there. Oh, I remember, because I'm gonna bring 3 lenses, I need to add a divider. And this is one of the cool things about Peter McKinnon backpack. You have so many extra dividers that you could use. Go there, maybe 50 there. We're gonna bring the 85. Again, this is going to be probably for B-roll stuff, probably for long focal length stuff. So that's going to be there. And to be honest, that's pretty much it. I want to try to keep it at 24, 50, and 85. I try to only shoot primes, and then I do have the 15 to 35 RF as my general zoom lens for everything. So on the lens portion, we're done. So lenses are those. You bring the drone, We're going to definitely be using a little bit of the Lume Cube here, the Lume Cube Mini, just for some fill light in case the sun is not in the place that we want it to be. We need to kind of help out, you know, clear the shadows with the Lume Cube Mini. So I have that. I'll have its diffuser there for sure. Most important thing that we're bringing tomorrow, because I want to do a lot of in-camera effects rather than doing it in post. So I'm going to be bringing my entire set of Prism Lens Effects filter. In my filter set, we've discussed this before, I do have the split diopter. We're gonna bring the single streak, and I have the Moment Cinebloom 20% diffusion. This is kind of like the one that we have the most light bloom effect. So we're bringing that for sure. And I have a couple of my ND filters for the 50 to 35. Because I'm gonna try to shoot the primes at the widest aperture possible, we'll need those variable NDs on there too. So I'm stacking both the effects, the Prism Lens Effects filters, as well as the ND filters on the lens. On top of that, since the different lenses have different filter sizes, I have a couple that are 72, a couple that are 77, and the 15 to 35 is an 82mm filter thread. We'll need to be using the step up, step down rings. So it takes a little bit of kind of finagling on how to order which thread and then which filter you want to use, but I start from 72 to 77. Now the 77 to 82 step up filters, and then I have one 82 to 77 step down filters because my Prism Lens Effects filters are at 77mm. We're gonna bring all of these. These are very important in the usual place. As per usual, I have my memory card case. I'm gonna fill them this time with memory cards because this is a video shoot and I wanna shoot at 4K. I want to probably shoot a bunch of 120s and a lot of 60s, a lot of cinematic slow-mo, and that takes up a lot of card, so I need to bring that. And because it takes up a lot of card, it also takes up a lot of battery, so bam! I have a lot of, you know, batteries in the Peter McKinnon battery case. My pro tip is I have a love affair with the Dymo, and I will be doing a video just of Dymo. And what I try to do is I label one side. I label one side of the battery dead. So what happens there is, so it's easier for me to know which one has been used and which one is fully charged. I'll put the used ones with the dead side up. Simple things like that. I love Dymo. I love labeling. We're gonna bring that for sure. Because we have a little bit more space, what I'm gonna do is we are going to bring the action camera case, and we're going to put the Insta 361R here. So we're going to have to put this in its usual place here. And we have to put the lenses back down here. Space for the camera over yonder. Set. Canon R6 with 2414 right here. We'll have the 35, the 50, and the 85 over there. We have the Insta 360 here, the Mavic Pro 1 there. We have filters, and we have extra batteries. The only thing we need now is tripod and the gimbal. The tripod that we are bringing tomorrow will be the Peak Design tripod. This is one of those very well designed, very well engineered tripods, but it does cost a pretty penny. This is $399, and I couldn't afford, I wish I could afford the carbon fiber one, but that's at $600 at $5. But these are great, very sleek. It packs down really well. It has a good head system on it. It uses the Arca Swiss plate, so it kind of is interchangeable with the Arca Swiss plate of the DJI RS2. So we'll be bringing this, and I'll be putting it on the side as well. The thing that we're going to pack a little bit differently is the gimbal. Because I don't want the gimbal to be in its own bag. I want to put it in the front pocket of the Peter McKinnon bag. I'm just going to bring the most essential things, and I'm going to bring the essential things on the inside as well. So I'm going to break this down. So I'm going to have the bottom tripod part, the battery portion, and I charged this afternoon already, so we're all good. We are bringing the mobile phone clip. This is the full body of the DJI RS2. So this body will live in the front pocket of the camera bag. The things that we also need is the Raven eye system and the cords that are needed for that particular system. I need all these 4 parts to be in the bag as well. So let's find a place for it in the bag. Doesn't have to be extremely neat. So we have this little portion that we can stuff like that. I'm gonna do with the Raven eye system. This is a little bit more sensitive, so we're gonna put this in a place that is not going to be bumping too much. So I think we're gonna put this in the filter place, so it has its own mesh system. Cool, that's it. Close this out. Put our this one will live in the front. Bam. Bam. I'll bring the Insta360 one for some POV stuff. I'm gonna bring the chesty. So I'm gonna put this in the front pocket as well with the gimbal. This one expands out so we have plenty of space here. All right, that's it. This is our bag tomorrow. As soon as I finish editing Katie's video, we're going to share it as well. So thank you for joining me as I pack my video camera bag for tomorrow's shoot. Please, if you have not yet, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, turn on the notifications so you can see when next I'm posting videos about the things that I do or the creative things that my friends do as well that I will be sharing. And I hope that you drop a comment, let's interact, let's be friends, and let's grow this community of creators together. That's it for now. More drone shots.